Hey, how's all my buddies out there? Sorry, just trying to get everything going. Make sure I've got YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And sorry, my picture's pretty blurry on Instagram. Everywhere else looks okay. Who knows, right? All right. Happy Monday. Welcome to my live. So excited to be here. Today we will be making a journal. I'm going to show you how to make a journal. Well, we're going to work through making a journal, attempt to. Yes, so my name is Amber Scott. I'm the owner and creator, hey Zach, of Mountain at New Creations, and I'm excited to have you here. We do arts and crafts lives each week. I make a project with you guys and of all kinds of caliber, different arts and journals and jewelry and all over the place, right? So I'm excited to be here. So today we're going to make a journal. So let's go down to the table and get started. All right. All right. So I had found somebody giving away this old, I guess called dot matrix was the type of printer. So yeah, so I went and picked up a whole ream of it. So it's a great way to recycle some paper, right? So, and then I'm adding them to journals and stuff, or I use them as scrap paper for my classroom, or my son who loves to draw many, many, many pictures. I'm not sure why everything's so fuzzy today over on Instagram. So I'm just going through right now. Got to rip off the edges in order and rip them apart because it's not like your copy paper today. It comes all prepped. But, you know, nobody uses these printers anymore and this paper is still good. So, right, might as well use it. What are you all making today? What have you guys been up to? Zach, what are you up to? What were you up to over the weekend or the last week? Right now, I'm enjoying Mim Jensen, I think it's her last name, Mim. She has her sticker week this week. And it's only day 2, so if you still want to join in, it's only $10 and you learn to make stickers and your Cricut and everything. So I was going to watch the class this morning and I just didn't get to it. Because I was cleaning up my desk because it was a disaster. A bunch of friends joining us over on TikTok. So fun. A couple friends on Instagram. And some over on YouTube and Facebook. And if I remember correctly, the QR code that I have up every week is for all my links. So if you want to find me anywhere. But I think you can only see that on Facebook and YouTube. Not on Instagram and TikTok because I have to use different streaming software because I can stream up to 3 places through StreamYard, I think it is. 2 or 3 places. And then, yeah. So I'm just getting all the paper ready. Probably like, oh, this is so boring. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. I'm just talking. I was trying to have this ready and it just wasn't. So I apologize. But What is everybody out there doing and working on? My one daughter's back off to college. Husband took her this weekend. One son's got one more week left before his senior year starts. And my other son, 8th grade, starts tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I don't know where summer went, but he vanished on us, you know? Thanks for everybody joining me over all over the place. So fun to see all of you. I know me ripping paper is not very exciting. So this is it. Last couple sheets. Sorry, I wasn't completely ready for you guys. There we go. All right. We have a whole bunch of paper here. Okay. So this is the type of book that we're going to make. So I don't have, this is partially finished. So as you see, you take the, that feels like I used drawing paper, which I probably did. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Anyways, so you take each individual paper and fold it in half. And then you add as many pages as you want, okay? And then this is a strip that we will have to make, and make several of them depending on how many pages you have, because it holds the pages in place. So you put a hole through here and here, okay? And look at that. So this kind of is the locking mechanism, what keeps our paper in place. So the nice thing, if I take this out, right, it's very easy to just slide. I can switch the order of my pages up. I can remove a page I don't like. There's all kinds of reasons to do this type of book. So I forget what it's called. The style of this book is called. I'll have to figure that out. I don't remember. I just know how to make it. So, oh, I should put the lock in there. Don't lose it. So as you can see, you need, well, let me hold off on that because I need to measure it. All right, so we will start with, that's okay, this is slightly shorter than that. Maybe it came this way, maybe not. I don't know, must have been different paper I used. That's okay. So I want to measure how wide this is. It should be about 1 inch. Yep. So measured it on, see, oh, you guys can't see that, I'm sorry. So I have a measuring thing right on my mat. So there, it's about, that's 1 inch wide. And then these guys are 2 inches. Okay. So let's, my paper cutter. Sorry, just trying to get you guys up high enough. Cut paper on here. All right. So nicely have some, it's like, this is 1 inch. So for me to cut 1 inch, I'm just going to have to measure on here, mark off my inches. So I need a pencil. Where's my pencil? So my lovely pencil my husband made. So And then there's slots right in here, 1 inch. So each inch I can cut this paper. So depending on how many pages you have will depend on how many of these you would need. So right now I'm just going to cut up the one sheet and demonstrate the little different step to this book. So then you guys can do it yourself. Just join in. Thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. We are making a journal out of paper, completely out of paper. So no, it's a no-sew journal. So these are all of our stoppers. Okay. And then now we need another piece of paper where I measure every 2 inches. So we got 1 inch, 2 inches, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'll have an extra 1 inch on the end. And then these are the accordion. We're going to accordion fold them, and they'll help hold all the pages together. How crazy is that? And so you do glue them together so that they make longer lengthwise. Silly me. But we're not going to make a big journal on this particular day right now. I don't know why on Instagram it's so blurry. I apologize. Don't know why it's doing that. It looks real blurry on Instagram. Everywhere else looks fine. Go figure, right? All right. So, and why does it keep blinking out over here? I have no idea. Does anybody else see that? Like, is it my camera? Is it that? Yeah, see that? What is that? Why is it doing that? No? All right. Wasn't seeing things. Okay. Not sure why my camera is blinking in and out. I apologize. Not sure what's going on there. All right. So how this works is make sure so I'm going to take it and glue it end to end like this. And I forget. I think the folds are looks like the folds are about 1.5 inches. So, but once you do the first one, then the rest just follow suit. And I don't know if you remember, so you fold one end, right? Then you fold right here where that first end touches. Why is my camera blanking out? No idea. I am really sorry, folks. Maybe a wire's loose or something. I have no idea. I'm not pulling on anything, am I? I have no idea why it's doing that. I apologize. That's not it. Huh. All right. Anyways, so fold. Then you're going to fold backwards the opposite direction you just came. And now, so where it's touching on the back, you fold towards you. And where it's touching here, you fold away from you, sort of, or under. Okay? And then this is kind of fold up like that. And then this is where you get your next sheet and you glue it right on there. And this is Aleene's Industrial Strength Glue Stick. Great company. So you just try as best as you can and line them up. And then just keep folding as if it never was glued right there. So you can do it this way too, back and forth. Fan fold, or I forget what other names this type of fold is. But just go one way and then back the next way. Okay, so you need 2 of them for our book. Okay, so there's one. So remember that first fold needs to be, what did I say, 1.5 inches. And as you see, it's not perfect. I did get smaller as I went along, which is not good, but you want to try your best to make it as even as possible. So just back, folding it back and forth as best you can. Back, keeping it as straight as you possibly can, maneuvering it if you need to. And once again, that little piece. Glue that little piece on. And it does, this Aleene's glue gives it a little bit of a hue, so I can see where I've laid the glue. Right? Line it up as best you can, once again. And then once again, try and make the fold similar height or width. So based on how many folds you have will be how many papers you can have. And if you want more papers, you make more folds. Hey, Terry, welcome, welcome. We're making this journal today. It's a no-sew journal, okay? So far, we've made our little fold things that hold the binding together, and we've cut our little interior stoppers, so to speak. So the next step is I folded my first sheet, so now I need to go through and fold more. So with folding, I always just try to line it up as best I can. You can use one thing that's great for journals is a bone folder. Finally found one of mine. Couldn't find them for a while. I'm like, what did I do with them? Sometimes I hold it up when I'm trying to match up the lines. I don't know what's easier. All right. So I'd keep going, but I have a whole journal here to show you guys later. All right. So now I can take this and we can measure out. You probably can't see where I'm measuring, so we will get a hand ruler instead. So if we look at our book, we're going in an inch and then over 2 and mark, and then 1, 2, 3 inches through the middle, same 2 inches, and then 1 from the end. All right. So if we make sure you take all of the folded ends. Okay. You want to look at the ends that are folded. You're going to take the ruler. Where did I put my, I just have my pencil. There it is. All right. So the 1 inch. I'm actually going to line it up with my table here so I don't have to keep looking at my ruler. See the line right there where I start my cut. And then the 3 inch. And then remember I had 3 inches in between, right? Oh, my paper's smaller. There we go. So it's actually going to be 2.5 inches in between because my paper's slightly smaller on here. So I'm marking where I have to go in and cut my paper. So I'm going to get out my handy dandy knives here. So I'm just going to start here. Probably be better if I do it along a ruler. I actually like going at an angle when I'm cutting. I'm not sure why. I don't necessarily, oops, cut my ruler. That's not good. Cut my ruler. Dope. So you just gotta be careful. Those lines are straight. And I'm cutting right on that fold. Terry, how are you this week? Hello, friends on TikTok and Instagram. Looks like the picture's gotten better on Instagram if you've been over there. Trying to say hi to everybody over on TikTok. Thanks for joining me, friends. Really appreciate you. I appreciate my regulars. Oops, try and stay as straight as you can on the line. I went a little crooked there. Probably easier with a ruler, but I was cutting my ruler. It's harder to cut live. It's harder to do anything, right? Live. No, I need a metal roller instead of a wooden one, so I don't cut it, which is fine. We'll just keep on keeping, right? All right. All right. So now we take one page, okay? And you start at the very bottom, but I'm not going to put this fold in as that one goes away. It goes the other direction. So you want to put in, maybe I didn't cut it wide enough for here. Should have been wide enough for that. Just a hair off. So it has to go in so that the locking mechanism can come through to hold our paper in place. So how did I not cut this right? Something's awry here. There we go. Okay, so see how that goes in there? Now we get the, open up my other one a little bit probably. So start with the first one that's folded like this. Probably because I thought I measured everything right, but I guess apparently not. All right, so it slides in there. So see, I got that all slid in there. Okay, and now these guys are poking out inside here. So you take one of your stoppers that we cut earlier. Okay, that's that. There's the stoppers we just cut. And you take it and you slide it. This is why it has to be smaller, so it can fit through here, just like that. And there you have it, friends. Now, that page is attached. Look at that. And we've got legs. Dangle dangle. Silly, silly. And so, see how there's the next fold comes up for the next page? So, fortunately, I don't think my... Ooh, that's careful doing this that you don't cut your hand. I probably will. Should never cut towards your hand. That's big enough. And once again, you do the same thing. You slide your folded paper in the hole. Fold it in and get your stopper. Thanks, friends, for everybody who's joining. Thanks for the love. I see all the love on TikTok. Thank you for all those hearts. That was awesome. Thank you. Thanks for all the love over on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, friends. And then I'm sticking my stopper paper, and so far the only other material we've used a cutter, a pencil, a ruler, and some glue and paper. That's it, folks. So yeah, getting lots of love over on TikTok. Thank you, guys. I'm just gonna cut this one a little bit better. Ooh, cut that one well at all. friends, if you know people who would be interested in what I do here, particularly on my YouTube channel, I'd love to. So here we are coming to the first glued piece. And there we go. I don't know why that was stuck there. So, and I just put it in like I do the other pieces. Just the same. I don't know if you can see that because my camera just went completely blurry. I'm not sure why. Hello. There we go, maybe. Why are you so blurry? Anybody have an idea? Bring it down here. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, my camera's all blurry. There we go. What was that? Who knows? I'm sorry, I don't know when that one's blurry. And we're going to put our stopper in. So this is a pretty easy journal to make if you want to make your own journals. And like I showed earlier, all you have to do is take the stopper out and you can take a page out, even once we glue on a cover and everything. So we're almost there. Almost done. And then I'll show you how to put the cover on. But if you're an art teacher and you need your kids to make their own journals, this is a great beginning bookbinding tool. Or if you just want to make your own journal and have at it, this is fun too. And not hard to do. See, my luck. I got one more sheet. Woo! I have just the right amount of my locks. Very nice. So I'm just giving it a little extra slit. That's all I'm doing. I don't know where Bailey is at. Bailey, are you here? Must be upstairs somewhere. Not sure why, but maybe. She must be sleeping on the couch or something. It's just me and my youngest that are home. Just so strange. It was a very fun summer with a revolving door of my kids' friends staying here, which definitely was a unique experience. All right, so there we go, friends. And I'm definitely going to keep going and add some more pages to that eventually. But that's how you start that one. And that's the great thing about it. It's really easy to add to until you put the cover on, which is the next step that we're going to do. And then, oh, I didn't put, so for me to take this paper off, all I had to do was take the stopper out, and then I can slide the paper out. And this is from a picture frame. That doesn't belong there. So I'm going to lock this back in, this paper. So yeah, so you can do this with all kinds of paper and stuff. Now I want to create a cover. So I got these fun pieces of cardboard from something, some kind of project or what have you. So it's a little big for this, but that's okay. So can do is I want it to hang off the edge a little. So I'm laying it down and I'm gonna measure make lines the other spots and where I want it to where I want to cut it. So how much? Half an inch. So I'm gonna mark this side half an inch. I'm using my mat because it measures everything right on there. And then I think I'll come in here maybe. Yeah. So of a quarter of an inch or so, I guess that is. So just marking it up. My handy dandy paper cutter again. I'm gonna cut this one. Wait a minute. Yes. This one first. And this one second. There's one. Take the other cover and just mark it out with this one so they'll match. Cool technique. Thanks, Zach. I will need to rewatch this. I came in late enough that I missed some steps. I'm sorry, Terry. Yeah. Well, it will be available for replay. I learned it from another artist, and off the top of my head, I can't remember who, so I apologize. During a journaling sketchbook conference or online thing. All right, so now we've got our covers. Look at that. Woo! So you're probably like, oh, how's she going to attach them? Well, actually, we're going to use our paper to attach it. What do you think? So I only want it that wide. I don't need it super wide, I don't think. We'll do that. And then in the first, I'm trying to think. I wonder if that'll be enough or I will add a sheet on the inside to, I think, maybe. Sorry, just thinking out loud. I think I'm going to glue that first sheet to the cover too. But let's decorate the cover first. So I got really some fun. Let's see, should we do butterfly or the green? What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Hey, Karis Fiella. So fun to see you because you don't have soccer right now. Which one do you guys think? Green or butterflies? I like both, so. Any thoughts? All right. These are just go with the green. These are just wallpaper from the dollar store. How cool is that, right? So I'm going to flip this because I do have that one curve. I'd like to keep that curve, so I'm just outlining where I need to cut. Maybe I need to go both this way. Yeah, I think I do. I didn't realize that wasn't going to fit. One. Two. I didn't cut that straight. It's a little straighter. So then it has this handy dandy spot where you can peel it. And I did leave some extra so that I can, actually I'm going to move it over so it's flush on the one side because I didn't leave enough extra on the other side. I'm just trying to get this started well, and then I can take off the rest. All right, there we go. And I have my bone folder here. Gonna push it down as we're going, right? Yay, no air bubbles. Very nice. So I'm just going to take that extra, see if I can just fold it over. There we go. Somewhat. And there we have one of our covers. Woo-hoo! How pretty is that? Oh my goodness. So pretty. So pretty. Lining that top up. Get my bone folder again and pushing it down. Well, get some of this trash out of the way, right? And fold some of the extra over. Where did I put my scissors? I just had them. I'll have to trim that later. All right. So now I get to attach it. So remember, I'm going to take the first part, you can make them look prettier later too. Just match up your cover as best you can. Get your heavy duty glue stick. So if you don't have a heavy duty glue stick like me, it has stronger glue than regular glue sticks. So I'm just gluing that down. Sorry, I realized I was off screen there for Instagram. I apologize. Instagram just does the one direction, so it cuts. It's harder to, not like YouTube and stuff, and TikTok, where it lets me do an angle, or the landscape versus the portrait. That's the word I was looking for. So you can certainly do this for a junk journal too. You can, it's a, you know, if you don't have, you could do it with, gosh, sorry, my brain's not working. Whatchamafoosit. I can't think. I'm sorry. So this one, these are each 3 long. I could have added another sheet of paper in. That's okay. And then just make sure everything's lined up. And even with gluing on the cover, you can still take pages out and move them around in your journal. That's the beauty of this type of journal, that it's held together by that locking system. So I'm going to make it more secure by gluing this page down. I could use liquid glue here, but let's see how Aleene's holds up, right? So this first page we won't be able to move in the future because it'll be glued down, but that's okay. So I'm going to probably go through, and I have this new wide washi tape, maybe, or oh, this, maybe that one, or this flower one. Let's see, what else do I got? I got this purple one. That's kind of pretty. I'm just trying to make this edge look prettier here, is my goal. I'll do this. Looks like it has hummingbirds on it, I think. So I'll help hold our paper in place. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over there, Instagram. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it to match up. All right. So our cover is pretty secure. Now I got to do our back cover. Secure that in. What do you guys think of this journal? It's a fun little journal to create. Hard to create on Thank you, everybody who's joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the love. So somebody I thought sent me some love over on TikTok. Thank you for that. That was really kind of you. There we go. So, yeah. So at this point, because I glued the cover on, I can't add any more pages. But I can still take pages out, except for the first paper, for the first page. And there you have it, friends. It's one way to make a journal from all kinds of past papers and stuff. I can make, I don't know if this will be pretty or just kind of weird looking, but I can do this if I wanted. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to think on that. And there you have it, friends. There's our journal. Yeah, I don't think I like that there. That's okay. Right? All right, let me turn my camera around. Not exactly what I want. There we go. I was like stuck. All right, thank you so much, friends, for joining me today. This was so fun. If you make a journal, please share it to my Facebook group or send me a message, share a picture with me. I'd love to see what you guys create. Do you have different wallpaper at your dollar store, or what kind of paper did you put in your journal? Yeah, I'd love to hear. I'd love to see everybody's journals. And thank you. I'll see you next week for our last live for August. We will be making a jewelry piece. So I will see you then. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're over on YouTube, and whatever else you need to do on all the other platforms. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed week, and those starting school, enjoy, and I will see you soon. Take care, friends.